My name is Rachna Dheengra and I am contesting from AAP Party from the Bhopal Lok Sabha seat. I am contesting because I believe that there is possibility of bringing change in the current political system of our country, and people who have been working in the society with common people issue have a chance of bringing cleaner politics into our country. What we are planning in terms of employment here, we want to make a big educational hub for the city of Bhopal, but currently there are many problems in terms of many corruption scandals happening in the field of education. Our plan for better education, we have to start from the bottom itself, which is strengthening the school system of government schools in order to ensure that we have to end all the contractual teachers that have been employed by the schools, and they have to be focused only on providing education and not on doing polio vaccination or census survey or anything. So the basic thing that has to be done is to strengthening of our government schools so that everyone, even with very little resources, has access to good education through our government schools. And another way would be going about is to stop all the education mafia that is happening in our city and not encouraging private schools. See, well, I think what is very important to understand is that the better roads and better electricity, all of that has to come from people itself. People have to know people know best where the roads are needed and where the electricity is needed. So what the Aam Aadmi Party has been talking about, Swaraj or self-governance, that is what we want to bring back people. It's not so much about how I think better roads and better electricity given, but how people think. And this is a process where we are asking people to take back the power and give it, and we want to give that power back into people's hands so they can self-govern where the roads need to be built, where the pipeline needs to be built, and where the electricity poles need to be put in. This is a place which has a horrible record on violence against women. It is one of the few places in this country where women are the most unsafe. It's one of the few places in the country where there are young girls who are being abducted in huge numbers from the city. So, and I think that cannot happen just on one level. It has to happen on a level from the police, sensitivity of the police officers in terms of registering complaints of the victims. It has to happen on the level of judiciary, where the proper decisions could be implemented, and it has to happen from our own houses, where we talk about better gender equality between men and women. First thing I want to talk about is the accountability of members of parliament who go into the parliament, and I think they have way too many perks right now. I think they get way too much salary, and nothing is shown in terms of their delivery. So there has to be a mechanism on, if they are not attending parliamentary sessions, there should be penalty on that. Second thing I want to look at is the policy of this country in terms of India being a dumping ground for all kinds of hazardous technologies and hazardous products, and coming up with a stand on that. Third issue, which is very close to my heart, and is to the issue of justice for the survivors of the Bhopal gas disaster. This is the 30th anniversary of the disaster, and people of the city are still have not gotten adequate compensation and are still fighting for justice and their life of dignity. This is my first time that I have come into politics, and I have come because I believe there can be a positive change. I have studied in US, and I've been working with the survivors of the Bhopal gas disaster for the last 12 years.